What's up, everybody? We're back, Green Valley Ranch, once again, checking out their 50-cent minimum roulette machine. And we're going to be doing, resuming our 3-step reverse parachute mini Martingale thing that we were doing. We started at $5.50 and we got it up to $12. So I actually came back with the $12 so we can stay true to where we were. So this is going to be the third time trying it. We're going to go in for 6. It takes $5.50. Oh, there we go. I didn't think this one was going to take it. So it takes $5.50 to complete the steps here. We are going to choose the opposite of what's been hitting. The 7 was hitting, 26 and 7. So we're starting on the right side, and what we're doing is 2 steps on the high side, or whatever side is opposite of whatever hit, and then we're going to the double dozens as a 3rd step recovery method. But we are gaining 1 unit along the way every time. So far so good. We've gotten from $5.50 to $12. And we'll see if we can continue that run here. But like and subscribe. I appreciate all the support. Music is super loud today, so we're going to have to contend with that. But unfortunately, it is a side effect of early morning when the casino is slow and there's nobody here. They blast the music to make it seem busier than it is. That's my belief anyway. All right, so we're going to $1, and we should be able to pull that fast spin bet button off. So as long as there's no money on any of these machines, it drops. So we got no money on the machines. And let's see if we can continue this here. So we're at $1, and then if we get a loss here, we're going to 2 and 2 on the 2nd and 3rd dozen. So essentially a reverse parachute. If you missed the first 2 that I did, I'll put the link down in the description below. But once again, I like to do get a large sample size of things. In my testing at home, I did have this fail on a couple occasions recently, more so than when I was doing my initial testing. But I did enact a 3-step recovery phase, so that has worked out. Oh, look at that 4, so low side. So we're going right to the dozens right away, and hopefully we don't get challenged here. Like to get off to a good start, but you guys know how it is for me. Always digging in from behind. So we're going $2, and essentially what that's going to do is we're going to win 1 unit or 50 cents, but we will have risked $5.50 total to get that 50 cents. So something to keep in mind. But with this progression, the reason why I like to do this is as a 3rd step, or to try not to have it fail. You are adding in that double street. You're paying for it. You could go 4 steps, 5 steps with a regular Martingale, but in my experience trying it, it was failing more. So I've been using this. And like I said, I do have a recovery method. I'll show you guys if this does fail, but hopefully we get the hit right here. Let's look for that 2nd and 3rd dozen to come through. We've had 3 first dozens in a row, or low dozens, 1 through 12. Let's see something different right here, guys. Let's make it happen together. Let's manifest it. 13 through 36. All right, we get it. Wow, that was almost in the 6. I don't know if you guys saw that, but we got a favorable bounce, and that's what we needed to gain that unit. So we're in for 6. We should be at 650 if everything goes according to the structure that we set out, and it does. So we're at 650, and I did set a target of $10, or roughly right around there. So we have the high side. Low side's been running out though, but let's stick with it. Let's go opposite. And I did set a target around $10. I like to do that when I'm doing systems like this that are kind of hit and run oriented. But I have been stopping shy of my goal. I find if you gain, 8 units or so, and you're only trying to gain 1 or 2 more, what's the sense in risking? If you're comfortable with where you've gotten, or it was easy, and then you run into some resistance, just kind of let it go and resume after. You can always come back for another session and hope that you continue to run good, but every once in a while, or I should say eventually, you run into some resistance playing roulette. The variance works both ways. So let's get a low side for base units. 19, look at that. Can't get the first. I think this happened the first time that we tried this, or the first couple sessions we did as well. We just couldn't seem to hit that first spin. So we're going to stay persistent and consistent, and we're going to hit that fast spin bet button. I totally forgot about that. But when you're doing something like a simple system like this on these ETG machines, it does allow you to speed it up and increase the rate of play. So rather than waiting every 30 seconds, hopefully it's like every 20 seconds. I think that's what our math was that we did before. So 2nd step here on the first half of the table, looking to acquire our 2nd unit of the session. We're 4 minutes in, so rather slow, especially compared to yesterday. I played on the dual roulette wheel. Make sure you guys check out that video if you haven't. 50-cent minimum over at Santa Fe Station. But oh, that's a 1. So we get a low side. There we go. All right, so we get our 2 units there. I thought that was going into 0 for a second. Thought we were going to get done dirty, but we get a unit. So 2 units up. We're in for 3 units up. Am I correct with saying that? All right, 3 units up there. We're in for 6, so 2 units up. Like I said, it is $5.50 to complete the structure, but we put in 6 to begin with. So we did have a low side. Let's go back to that high side base unit. And my apologies too. I just drank a coffee before I came here, but I am a little bit slower in the morning. It's about 7:15, 7:30 maybe right now. So it is really early for me. I was trying to get here a little bit earlier, but this is about as early as I could get up and get the energy to come over here. So let's see if we can start the day off right. We're 5 minutes in, looking to go 3 for 3. Let's get it on that first step, 19 through 36. And we get it on the first step. All right, first step for the first time of the session. So that is 3 units gained, because we're remembering that we went in for 6, not 550. All right, 750 is where we stand here. We just had a high side. There were a lot of highs, but we're gonna go low. So we're gonna alternate, I guess, right now. And when I was doing this in my testing, I was saying you could essentially do dead spins. So what I was looking for was 2 hits on 1 dozen. So if I got the left dozen or the first dozen, I would wait for 2 hits on it, and then I would start playing the high side. That way, when you're doing your reverse parachute, it's kind of evolving with the fact that your hit rate should eventually creep over to the right side, or it shouldn't, you know, keep hitting the same dozen over and over. So. But something to think about. You can modify this any way you like. And let me know if you guys have an approach for doing something like this, or a mini martingale. Oh, why can't we get the first one? Should have went with the high side. 32 is what it is. But let me know if you guys, I do like the martingale. I do especially like it in a sense when you have limited steps. The only real issue with something like this is that, you know, by going to the double dozens, you could use half of that money, or I think it would take a little bit more. You're saving roughly $1, I believe, in our sense, but you could add an extra step into your martingale. But for whatever reason, like I said, that double street really does seem to make a difference. A lot of times when I get to that third step, it's not the half that hits, it's that extra double street that, because we're playing the double dozens, we've incorporated that in there, that we end up with the higher success rate. So I haven't run any hard math on it or anything like that. This is all just based on feel, trial and error and everything like that. So all right, second level, let's get a low side here. Come on, do us proper, do us proper. Low side, low, there we go, we get a 4. Look at that. All right, so second step coming through, and a lot of times in my experience running this as a trial, that's what happens a lot of times is you get it on the second step. So that's consistent with what I'm seeing. I can't speak. I did have to go to the third step quite a bit in the last few trials that I did where I said I failed. But as I said too, you know, I do have a recovery method, and basically I've never had it fail past 2 recovery methods. And the recovery methods aren't that expensive when you're starting this low. So you know, it's really something that I think is quite a resilient system. If you increase the stakes, it would cost a lot more, obviously, but at these low limits, it's very viable. So hopefully we don't have to do that. Hopefully we can just get a clean sweep here, start the day. And let's see what this wants to deal us. We're looking for a high side, 19 through 36. I can hear that music coming on really loud, so my apologies if you start hearing me ramble. Let's get that high side. Come on, high, high, be high, be high. 21, there we go. All right, we got the high side, so we get it on the first step. And that's what we like. The easy street right there. All right, and let's see here. So we're in for what? A little bit more than 8 minutes. I do have my $6 here. With that, we would have another decent profit. I don't like to push martingale systems too hard, so I think I'm gonna wrap that up. I'm gonna call this a third session, and we're gonna add this to the total. We're gonna come back, and we're gonna try to accumulate all those backup levels, or those recovery levels that I was talking about via profit. So we're just gonna grind it out slowly over time. So far, we're 3 for 3, and this is similar to my original trials that I did when I was doing the simulator and on the app. So far so good. We'll continue grinding, seeing how it goes. But once again, we got new content coming every day, so make sure you like and subscribe. Smash that notification bell as well as the thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. We appreciate all the support. In for 6, out for 850 at Green Valley Ranch. Until next time.